Audio.
Progress.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the June 23rd regular council meeting. Hope everybody's got their rubber boots and stuff on. We will start off the meeting with the adoption of the agendas. Anybody have any additions? Mr. Naka?
Nothing for me.
Mr. Yanis?
Just an update from Darby on where we're sitting.
Yeah, we'll get
That's really good for me.
No, I'm good right now.
Joyce?
No, good to go.
All right, I have nothing either. Administration?
I have a correspondence item on 14-7 Beaver Hills Vice Bulletin. We will pass that out to you when we get there.
14.
14.7.
13.
Oh, I'm sorry.
13.
14. No, it's not for action, it's just for information.
Oh, yeah, no, council calendar is 14. Yeah.
14.
Okay. If there's no other additions or no additions, can somebody make a motion, please?
Sorry, I think we can do the update in public works in our director's report.
Yeah.
But Mr. Douglas.
Yes, that works.
Mr. Deeks, sorry. You would have the correspondence.
Yeah, I move that the Lamont County Council adopt the June 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting agenda as amended.
All right, any errors and omissions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have had time to go over the last set of minutes.
Sorry, briefly, council, can I just read the
Oh,
period
yeah,
address?
sorry.
So everybody's aware, members reasonable belief that they have a conflict of interest or pecuniary interest that's defined in the MD in any matter before council or agency to which they are appointed as a representative of council shall, if present, declare and disclose the general nature of the conflict of interest or pecuniary interest prior to any discussion of the matter, abstain from discussions and voting on any question relating to the matter, and members of council or committee shall remove themselves from the meeting room except as described in the NDA until the matter is concluded. The minutes shall indicate the declaration of disclosure, the general nature of conflict of pecuniary interest, the time at which the member left the room, and the time the member returned. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the adoption of the June 9th meeting minutes. Somebody, if there's no questions or concerns, somebody want to make a motion, please.
I can do that. Lamont County Council adopted June 9th, 2026 regular council meeting minutes as presented.
All right, all in favor? Carried. We don't have a public hearing. Our delegation's not here until 9:15, so we'll move on to bylaws, ICF for Smoky Lake County.
Yes. Sorry, I just have to find. Ms. Dick is here to get more into detail with this. The ICF intermunicipal collaboration framework was established in 2021. And it's not a requirement for counties in Alberta to have ICFs with their neighboring communities anymore. And Ms. Dick is here to explain more.
Okay, so, yes, as, Ms. Benoit said, the, current, Smoky Lake ICF was adopted in 2021 and by bylaw, and as such, it has to be repealed by bylaw. So we have reviewed the bylaw in light of the legislative requirements, and the proposed, repeal bylaw is administrative basically in nature. It's just taking it away so that we can take it off the books. And Smoky Lake has agreed, and they will be taking this to their council on Thursday to repeal it on their side as well.
Okay. So we will go into all three, read all four readings.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
If there's any questions or concerns about any of the ICF that we have? Nope. Seeing none, does anybody want to make the first motion, first reading, please?
Sure. Lamont County Council give first reading to bylaw 904.26 to repeal bylaw 829.21, the intermunicipal collaborative framework bylaw with Smoky Lake County.
All right, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried. we comfortable with somebody going on in second reading? Can I have somebody read that, please?
Very good. Lamont County Council gives second reading to bylaw 904.26 to repeal the bylaw 829.21, the intermunicipal collaborative framework, ICF bylaw with Smoky Lake County.
All right, any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Can we do third final reading?
With the unanimous consent. After.
Our unanimous consent to third and final reading, sorry.
To hear, yeah.
Yeah, Lamont County Council unanimously consent to hear third and final reading for bylaw 904.26 to repeal bylaw 829.21, the intermunicipal collaborative framework ICF bylaw with Smoky Lake County.
All right, excuse me, any questions or concerns? All in favor? Yeah. Carried. All right,
And then not third reading.
Yeah. now let's go to the third and final reading. Somebody wants,
Move that the Lamont County Council gives third and final reading to bylaw 9.4.26 to repeal bylaw 829.21, the intermunicipal collaborative framework, ICF bylaw for the Smoky Lake County.
all right, questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Thank you, council.
Thank you, ladies.
I will just quickly check if our delegation is there.
Okay, well, we'll continue on. Finish this. 7-1, coffee report.
Freedom Council, this is the last update for the spring coffee talks. They were held on June 10th in Bruderheim. And I believe all of you have attended that one. And it's just a brief update.
Okay, so a lot of concerns were obviously now will be amplified, but a lot of them were flooding and our drainage.
Yeah.
We're definitely working on it. We've had crews out, especially with this rainfall. It's about 24/7. So, I don't think we need more information we can bring forward right now, just to try to catch up and then work forward with the issues that were brought at hand earlier. If there's any other questions or concerns about the meeting?
Well, we had a fairly good turnout. Some of the people that knew the problems were, so I brought it up before they had to ask, and they were happy with that. And I think it was very successful.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, thank the staff there, Derby and Samantha and Dave, I think and Dave for all the work they did there. They stayed late and cleaned up, so. And Derby, and thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, somebody wants to make the motion and take his information, please.
Sure, Lamont County Council accept the Coffee Talks Act and item report for June 23rd, 2026 as information.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Thank you.
7-2, follow-up action plan report.
The follow-up action item report is as usual in part of the agenda. And like gray shaded areas are showing data items and the dark shaded rows show ongoing items. If you have any questions regarding an item, please mention the item number on that.
Just an update, if you don't mind, Darby, the bridge that's on 534 and 174 to 180. The guardrail with all disarray, did they get that bridge and complete and finished?
We haven't been able to get a contractor in to fix the guardrail. We tried last fall, a new contractor was busy trying to get a contractor in the summer.
Okay.
It's just there's less and less contractors available and they all seem to be busy and
Cool. Anybody else have anything off the?
The only one I didn't see on here was the Whitford lot in Whitford. What's happening with that? Purchase.
That was part of the closed session, hidden, in a resolution.
Okay.
Steve, do you know which resolution, do I remember which resolution it was? Yeah, I'm just looking
Wonder
for
what
the
the next one.
Yeah, it's one of those post session ones,
Okay. No problem.
We still have it on our schedule. It will probably come forward, after the summer break.
Good.
I believe it's number 20.
yes, agreed.
Yes, the intergovernmental matter, number 24, resolution
That's the one.
Yeah,
185.
but we're both listed on there.
Yeah, it's in progress.
It is in progress. September, we have,
Can't be.
yeah.
Broken record here, that pump at Heartland Station. Are we making out, we're gonna be on the side window. They use 10-gallon nozzles, it's gonna be everybody's gonna be spraying and it's gonna be a very short window of time.
So I did find out a couple weeks ago, the deliveries got pushed back to July. So I wasn't able to find out exactly why the delivery got held up, but we're at the mercy of the supplier at this point.
Like on hospice.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be, there's gonna be lineups there for water, because everybody's gonna be finishing spraying and everything. And they can't get in the fields right now, but when they can, it's gonna be everybody at once.
Yeah, I know I was using massive amounts of water out there. It's slow moving.
Oh, I went there, you can read a book.
I had to grab another water truck just to make up the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other concerns with the action plan? Oh, okay, if somebody wants to make a motion to take his information, please.
That Lamont County Council accept the follow-up action item report for June 23rd, 2206.
No, it should be 2026.
2026, okay. This information, 2026 as information, okay.
All in favor?
There you say we are ahead.
Yeah. All right, so with our intermunicipal collaborations, this will be the conclusion of them, so we will
Yes.
proceed with it.
I'll have a look.
Oh, maybe-
I heard somebody out here.
Oh. And
Perfect.
there.
And we won't be back. Our delegation, 5.1. So, Mr. Harvey, how are you?
Good
Morning.
See, somebody.
Right, we have the Donut and Duke Water Commission here with Mr. Al Harvey. He's gonna do a little presentation about some accounting services maybe we can assist you with.
Yes, please.
So. Go ahead, Mr. Harvey.
Your worship, thank you very much. The short part of this is that I have certain skills, but I do not have an accounting designation. The auditor feels that the Water Commission would be better served if some of the accounting was overseen by somebody who had one. Now, I did have somebody who was helping me, but she did not have an accounting designation. So the auditor spoke to the commission and said it would be better for you, you'd be stronger, if you had somebody to assist Al in relation to doing some of the accounting, preferably with a designation. So what I'm doing right now is following up on what the commission has told me to do. And so I thought, okay, let's talk to the organizations that have potentially some capacity and that have some ability. So Lamont County, out in Vegreville. Are gonna be my first, looks. And then to start looking at, people like Synergy and Welding Company and some of those people. Because I've already looked at some of the, bookkeeping services in the port. And although there's positives with that, the negative is, they don't have a municipal background. And, to help with the explanation of that one, my brother-in-law used to be a partner of county firm in Grand Prairie. They did like 57 audits. And he said 95% of the people with the designation and who are account can't read a municipal financial statement correctly. And that tells me that we really need to have somebody that doesn't just have the designation, but also understands the municipal side better. So that's where I thought I would ask and reach out to whether I can look at something with you guys, or I could look at something with Beck, or I could look at something with somebody else to provide the assistance that the auditor's looking for. Now, what's the assistance? The assistance right now is about 2 hours per week. When it's time to do the audit file, it rises to about 4 hours per week for a short time period. But basically, I'm doing all of the checks, I'm doing all of the receipts. The issue is to make sure that things like bank reconciliations, things like the ledger is being kept up correctly, and things like the audit background is being done correctly. And that's where the auditor is suggesting that the commission is a little weak with me and would prefer that if I had seen help. So I reached out to your CAO and asked if such a thing could be possible. She suggested that I meet with you, so I'm doing so. And so my ask is that if it's acceptable, I would send you a request for decision or request for proposal. And if you have the capacity, ability, and interest, you might want to bid on the project with others so that I can do something back to the commission saying, here's an alternative for providing financial services to us. Does that kind of make sense, or did I lose everybody? Good morning, my name's Al.
No, and we've had a discussion, we talked about it, talked with our CFO, and he says that it's very minimal for the county to undertake.
That was my question.
He said there's no issues with, he didn't feel any kind of issues, and being that you're an alternate and I'm on it, it still doesn't matter because we're not part of the financials. They are taken care of by our CFO, and Tracy is really in depth with this kind of stuff too, so. It's.
The other option for you guys would be Welding Company or Synergy or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing to me is at the end of the day, I've looked at a firm out of Fort Saskatchewan as well. And I know that they're, instead of paying $30 an hour, I'm gonna be paying 70 plus per hour. And it's gonna increase the cost to the commission dramatically, which means it increases the cost to all of its members, Lamont County, of course, being one of them.
Yeah, so.
And the bill is gonna more than triple very quickly.
But do you have any questions or concerns?
No.
No. Here's our CFO right here.
Yeah.
We can. Maybe next one, but you have any opinions on Mr. Boyko? I think we had a talk, and it's something that we can accomplish for the commission.
It is another service line that we would have to do, and so depending on how it's gonna fit in with our staff time. But if council wants us to take that project on, we can definitely figure a way to get it in there, so.
You're still going to Vegreville to see what they gotta say too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing a request for proposals, as would be proper. And, give guys no credit so that the commission can look at something. I don't wanna just go out and grab the first, or I don't want just,
What was one of them?
yeah, that's not correct.
We said any time to 4 hours a week.
Basic
here.
St. Family Shores, busy time, February.
And we're still with that one.
We do a lot of overtime in February and
Yeah.
our books in, so. If that's the big time of the year for the water commission, it will fall as a secondary item, so.
Okay, any other questions for Mr. Harvey? Thank you for coming in. We're have a discussion on it, see what we can come up with for an answer for you. Can you give us a RFP? Same as Megan or whoever, but yeah, I think there's possibly a chance we could be helping you out.
Okay,
So
thank you very much.
thank you very much for
Have a
coming on in
wonderful
today.
day. I can be excused.
Yep.
Yeah, make a good day, y'all.
Thank you. Good as well.
Stay dry.
Oh, yeah.
Motion there, does somebody want to make that motion?
Administration enter into an accounting service contract with the Johnson Regional Water Service as per their request.
Are we entering or just in
I
information?
this.
We just,
Yeah.
accept this for information in this case.
Yes.
You know where this, where you want to go.
Yes.
See what the other one
For
for
information.
information.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you feel all right saying that.
I wouldn't really do. No.
Accepting delegation from Thomas to Regional Water Services as information.
All right, questions or concerns? Favor?
Yeah.
Carried. All right, moving on back to 8.1.
Thank you, the council. This again, deals with the intermunicipal collaboration framework that, Lamont County has with, neighboring, counties. And here, these were just agreements, with the other counties, made agreements with Lamont County. Only Smoky Lake had the bylaw, that was the special requirement. For, the other counties, like, I can't see. Oh, I'm on the other one, Beaver County, Sorrel County, Two Hills County, they were just agreements and they would to be concluded by resolution. And our acting director of planning will go into detail for this.
So many of these counties have reached out to us and vice versa, asking that we conclude these agreements. Feel like we work together well enough and that we can do this informally rather than with a formal agreement that needs to be updated on a regular basis. And so they've asked that we conclude our ICF with them. This includes Beaver County, Two Hills County, Thornhill, and Minburn counties. I do know also, but not part of this report, Strathcona and Sturgeon County are working towards getting that done as well. And so I'm just asking that motions be made to conclude the ICF agreements with the four that have come forward so far.
Okay, we've had collaboration agreements with them previously, so. If somebody wants to make the first motion. Please.
for the Lamont County Council Direct Administration to conclude the intermunicipal collaborative framework agreement between Lamont County and Beaver County while continuing to work together cooperatively and fostering a stronger relationship as neighboring communities.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried. Great, we have the same collaboration agreement with Two Hills County. Somebody want to make that motion, please?
Lamont County Council direct administration to conclude the intermunicipal collaboration framework agreement between Lamont County and the County of Two Hills while continuing to work together cooperatively and fostering a strong relationship as neighboring communities.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. All right, we have another one with Thornhill County.
I'll do that one, Lamont County Council Direct Administration to conclude the intermunicipal collaboration framework agreement between Lamont County and Thornhill County while continuing to work together cooperatively and fostering a strong relationship as neighboring communities.
All right, all in favor? Carried. And our last one was Minburn County.
Not that one, Lamont County Direct Administration to conclude the intermunicipal collaboration framework agreement between Lamont County and Minburn County while continuing to work together cooperatively and fostering a strong relationship as neighboring communities.
All right. All in- carried.
Thank you very much.
All right, we have a council attendance for an XDA expense in 2027.
Yes, regional council business was brought forward to me by our economic development manager. There is an upcoming economic development conference in 2027. But the public registration starts already this month, so this is a highly popular conference to network and to learn about economic development. And to our knowledge, there are this conference is also attended by other council members and CEOs from rural communities within Alberta. And we thought it would be beneficial for US Council and CEO to attend this conference to network on economic development opportunities. As it's not part of our attendance and conference policy, this would have to be approved, this attendance for council and CAO.
Where is this conference held?
That is a good question. I guess.
It doesn't mess with RMA.
Let me just, I have it. I
In March.
November and March.
Quickly look out here.
Yeah, is that sure we're not going to Quebec or something?
No.
I couldn't find anywhere that it said where it
Yeah,
was.
that's why I'm,
I read, like, I like the idea, I just don't,
Yeah, I think it might be.
yeah, it'd be pretty expensive then.
The one that Shane normally goes to is in Damascus at that time.
Be pretty expensive.
Let me see. There is a thing that's not stable. This, but I believe it's definitely in Alberta.
Yeah.
I heard Vegas.
Oh,
That's why I
Canada.
keep hearing Vegas.
Our economic development manager just texted Canada. So that's where it is. We have estimated the hotel costs in the report. And
Yeah.
registration, it's a common registration for conference.
Yeah. It's about $700 or $1,700 per person. So.
If you prefer to think about it, and
Yeah.
you can do that, it's just that we're hoping to get tickets if you want to attend. And it's a registration that's already.
What we can do though is we can make the motion and then just have it where certain ones decide they want to go or CEO or
Yeah.
whoever, but it's council needs
Or
to just
just.
approve one or two people, but
It's only 10 grand.
well,
Yeah, 6 months ago.
yeah, and then what it does, it just gives us the opportunity to at least pick one council member or some to represent, you want to get
Yeah,
tickets.
I just went for the quick call.
Yeah, well, he's just messaging me.
Only council, of course.
Yeah.
Every time as well, or just two councillors, or.
Yeah.
However you want to do it.
I'm suggesting just one person from council, and sister in law.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do? You can move just the reef or just a certain councillor.
We don't have to pick the council today, we can.
No.
How many
Yeah.
people are going and all decide.
Yeah,
Sure.
all this does is gives them the opportunity to purchase tickets now while they're in advance. right?
Then we know that, yeah, exactly. that's
We can
all.
always change the names from the tickets.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We can approve later on, just one or two people go if that'd be it, right? So. If somebody's okay with that, if you've had enough discussion, we can make that motion.
For two people.
Yeah, for two councillors.
Two councillors approve, two councillors to attend.
Two councillors.
No. Oh, NCO, did that? Yeah. Two councillor attend, to attend instead of attendees.
Yeah, we can figure which ones they are. Just deciding to go at a later date. If everybody's good with the way that motion has been changed, if somebody want to make the motion, please.
Lamont County Council approved two councillors to attend the Economic Developers Alberta Experience 2027 conference from April 14th to 16th, 2027.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Okay, thank you.
All right, 8.3 closure and road closure and start.
Speakers coming up again. To, move more interviews on board the, proposed road closure bylaw. This was an item that was brought up at the last council meeting. For this one area in stock.
Okay, so last meeting, there was discussion regarding the property and Star, and it is a portion from a subdivision that is considered a road. I've gone and done the research, and so as such, need a motion from council directing us to do a survey. Because in order to close that portion of the road, I need a surveyed plan showing the exact amount of road that we're going to be closing.
That road is just grass, it's for Main Street, it's a north-south road, and I didn't even know the north-south.
Yeah,
road didn't
it's technically a road, but not a road.
And we didn't use our in-house surveyor.
No.
No,
Legal answer.
it has to be a legal answer to happen.
Okay, you guys remember this one from last meeting? It was brought forward. There, I'll make a motion and we can talk about it.
Like the Lamont County Council, direct administration has property and start surveying and bring back a road closure bylaw for approval. That's what the guys cutting the grass is.
Yeah.
Okay, so any questions or concerns? No. Everyone seems okay. All right. All in favor? Carried. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, 8.4, our drainage, contracted drainage tender award.
The council, this, award and Mr. Gates can explain more.
So as part of our 2026 drainage program, we issued a public tender for the installation of 22 culverts in 7 different locations throughout the county, as well as approximately 350 meters of ditch regrading within divisions 3 and 5. Upon close of the tender on June 12th, we received 5 submissions, which range from the lowest at 286,500 to just under 1.6 million. Summary of the 3 submissions that are within budgets have been included. The lowest being proponent A at 286,000 and change, proponent B at 376,800, and proponent C at 390,000. So in review of the three that were within budget, proponent A is a newer company that was created a few years ago. They are currently in the process of obtaining their core certification. This is a company that we have used for some water line repairs in the county over the last couple of years. Proponent B is a contractor we've used for bridge culvert replacements over the last 3 years. And proponent C is a contractor that has been working with the county over the last 2 years. So the 4 lowest submissions received are within budget. However, the fourth lowest or second highest, when you factor in the cost of the culverts, they are above the budget of the program. The only other thing of note, well, proponent A is the lowest. They did not acknowledge the one addendum we had issued. The addendum did have mostly changes to the design of one culvert that would change their price by about $1,000. It wouldn't drastically change their price. Both proponent B and proponent C did acknowledge the addendum.
I'd like to take us into both section here, have a little more discussion on. Please,
Probably third, or whatever the third party.
That will be 19. Yeah, 19 and 29.
The only reason why we're going in is just because names and identities of the company.
okay, Lamont County Council moved the June 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting into a closed meeting at 9:45 to discuss the following items, section 19, disclosure harmful for business interests of a third party, and 29, advice from officials.
All right, any questions or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried, thank you.
One more, please.
Done.
Press.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We will move on to the road use agreement commitment option right now.
Yes, agreement council as discussed in the last council meeting, I believe. We wanted to bring back the road use agreement to possibly amend the agreement template. And Mr. Leeds is here to explain more on this.
So as council discussed previously, there have been concerns with large commercial agricultural haulers. So we have reviewed the road use agreement requirements and bylaws of several rural municipalities in Alberta. For council's understanding, I have attached the county's current traffic bylaw, which authorizes the Director of Public Works to require the operator of a commercial vehicle or commercial vehicles to enter into the road use agreement, as well as policy 4183 road use agreements. This outlines the criteria which, by the discretion of the Director of Public Works, a person or business would be required to enter into the road use agreement in order to limit damage to county roads. So while it's not identified in neither the road use agreement policy or the traffic bylaw, it has been the county's practice to exempt agricultural producers from entering into a road use agreement. In review of other municipalities' road use agreement regulations for agricultural activities, we have provided three alternative options for regulating commercial heavy haul activities. So option one would be to require all agricultural haulers exceeding a set amount of commercial heavy hauls per day to enter into the road use agreement. This would not be our preferred option, as it would affect all agricultural producers within Lamont County, typically in spring and fall, with seeding and harvest. Option two would require all commercial agricultural haulers exceeding a set amount of commercial heavy hauls per day to enter into the road use agreement, but exempt family farm operations. This would be administration's preferred option, as it would ensure that the commercial traffic that causes the most wear and tear on the county infrastructure is held accountable. Or option three would require confined feeding operations only to enter into the road use agreement. This option would address the most destructive commercial hauling, as hauls from confined feeding operations have resulted in the most significant damage to the county infrastructure over the past number of years. However, it would be very limited in scope. For council's consideration, I've also attached a copy of Rocky View County's road use bylaw. This is the most intensive bylaw I did find. And it does have exemptions within it for family farm operations. So if you look on page 114, number 14, family farm operations that use their own hauling equipment are eligible for an annual agricultural permit. On page
120.
120, we have exemptions to so family, exempted roads are in their family farm means a farm that's fully owned and operated by members of the same families, and for greater certainty, especially exclude any agricultural operation that is owned and operated by a commune, cooperative, or corporation whose board of directors are not all family members. So, a good definition of what a family farm is. Ultimately, it is up to county council whether you do want us to start regulating agricultural haulers, and so to what extent.
Any questions?
I understand now the people in the middle of the county has a road use agreement.
No, they don't.
They used to have them.
They used to. It did get purchased by a local farmer. We have not. We've not required them to get enter a road use agreement because they have been operating it for their own purposes. We have. They're a private entity. We have no way of following up with, are they selling anything? From what we understand, they're operating as part of their family farm. But if council wants to ensure they're held accountable. We could go with just having provide feeding operations, feedlots, required mortgage agreements. If we look at commercial farms, there may be some within the county that qualify under that, but it's hard to identify which ones are wholly owned by a farm versus which ones aren't. And we don't have the authority to look at the books of every farm.
Our biggest thing is during silage hauls, and this year the roads being soft. And there's one road that's gonna get beat up. They got about 4 quarters of land. They want it all silage now. About 6 miles of the road, and there's gonna be nothing left on the road.
Well, yeah, we've been getting complaints as it was, right?
Yeah, we did receive complaints from the feedlot by St. Michael this spring. The county did spend a couple of days hauling gravel in to fix up that road and with no payment from anybody else. The feedlot did pay for dust control for the neighbors along 185, 560.
Yeah, they went right down to the feedlot.
Yeah, they went from Highway 45 down to 560, every residence, they did in front of the feedlot, and then they did a couple along 560 back to 184. You know, as if they don't have a road use agreement, but they did it to appease their neighbors. But when it comes to the road damage, we had to pay for that.
I mean, you were talking 20 cattle liners a day, you know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know, and silage and bales and everything.
Well, I haven't hauled any of that yet, that's coming.
We have had, with the feedlot there, with their silage haul a couple of years ago, they did a lot of damage, north of Highway 45. Again, the county had to go and make those repairs. There has been some gravel supplied by the feedlot in that instance, but we did pay for most of it.
We had that one fall, they, about 30 grand worth of gravel in the grader, and that's come on at 10 o'clock at night, because the road is too dangerous to leave behind, which. That same thing, the guy had no water truck, he had no grader, and found he threw the sand hill truck after truck, and the county picked up the tab plus overtime event at night, that's called staff back.
It's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
So your recommended changes would be pretty much the same as what Rocky View County's has.
Rocky View Counties is very broad. It exempts family farms, but it requires every commercial hauler to enter into a road use agreement if they meet their certain threshold. And that's where we need those thresholds. You know, right now, our road use agreement requirements are anything over 4 loads of 3 loads a month. And any farm is gonna far exceed that. For farming activities, agriculture activities, I would recommend anything over 8 loads, 8 trips a day, considering both ways, so 4 loads in, 4 loads out. Anything over and above that is gonna start to see damage, and you know, especially when you get into the larger farms that are only hauling with super bees. You know, agricultural equipment's getting bigger, trucks are getting bigger, and our roads are not changing.
Yeah, we're looking at that journey.
We got our kind of key super bees, they were big key super bees per quarter coming up, usually. So,
Which would keep you just underneath that threshold, right?
well, usually, yes,
So if you look at Rocky View counties, on page 112. Their requirements are 30 movements in a 7-day period or 5 movements in 1 hour period. So that would exempt a lot of the agricultural activities. But it would capture those feedlots, those very heavy intensive operations where they have, you know, 4 or 5 corners along the same stretch of road.
Yeah, well, that's the ones we're trying to.
Curve.
it's not the grain haulers and harvest time or hauling out, it's silage operations.
Well, yeah.
Day, yeah. I like that, 30 movements instead of 85 movements.
It's the problem with police.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like theirs after reading through it. Like, I was really impressed with what they had. It's they really laid down the law on it, right? And it didn't hurt those medium farmers, right?
Yeah.
You know, it,
5 movements. It'd be 6 or 4.
That's what they picked. That's, yeah, council is well within your authority to define the number of movements.
I mean, that's 5 movements in 1 hour.
That's
5 trucks an hour.
I can't come home 2 hours of going to the bar. Yeah, go to the bar for 2 hours.
They consider each empty as 1 trip.
Yes.
And coming back,
It's separate. Going there and back is two trips.
2 trips. So you have 2 trains hauling out of the field. You're 4 there.
But that's
Loading them in an hour. I mean, theirs really does leave nothing left to the imagination.
No, pretty set. Okay, well, we have a motion to bring back agreement template changes. Really ours, if we were to mirror Rocky View.
Just from a case earlier this spring, so. Contractor have the road use agreement. If you haul any product, just haul to. The owner.
You're talking aggregate.
Yeah,
So that contractor has a road use agreement for select roads within the county to get out to the highways. And then if they're hauling to oil fields, the oil field has a road use agreement, they can double bond in the spring on their roads that they use from the highway to their lease sites.
but not the
But the contract, he can't double bond in the spring from the pit to the highway,
Okay, so that's, I didn't know that.
you know. Yeah, so that was
That's only that product, not other products.
the only industries that can double bond in the spring as set by council is oil field activities and industrial activities. So that industrial proponents in the Heartland area can double bond and continue their operations. And cancel on oil field activities to be able to double bond in the spring as well. Every other road use agreement holder is not able to.
So theoretically, they could haul their product out, but they couldn't get aggregate to fix the road. That they bugger up when they're hauling their product.
They can, you know, if they have a supplier, another supplier that can get there with full loads, then they can haul it there. But if the road is banned at 75, their aggregate hauler may be able to have loads to meet road bans to get the product out of their pit. Alternatively, if their aggregate supplier has a stockpile, you know, off of our roads, then they can haul it in and then haul 100% on oil field roads.
Here's what,
Yeah, well, there's some gray area. And hopefully this could change that gray area.
We gotta do something.
Well, it has to,
Yeah.
it's not fair to destroy everything.
spring runoff, big rain, we still not big rain, so.
Don't worry, I hear there's some more.
Saturday, yeah.
Okay, so do you have enough for recommendation for change that? you-
Yes. Yes, we can bring back changes to the road use agreement policy that define. Better define the number of units, before a road use agreement is required for agricultural purposes. We do have. In the road use agreement template itself, we have the current requirements, so we can add that into the policy as well. I don't know whether we need to change the bylaw, because the bylaw is all encompassing for roads, it just sets the.
Just doing amendments to our.
Yeah, so if we can change the policy, not the bylaw, we can bring those amendments back at the next meeting.
Okay, so let's, if you have enough information for what we've discussed. You can make the motion.
Sure. Lamont County Council direct administration to bring back the road use agreement template with recommended changes as some discuss.
All right, any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. At this time, we'll do a 10-minute break. Just a stretch. We'll carry on with 8.6 right after.
Progress.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry that break took a little bit longer. We'll carry on with 8.6 equipment rental amendment.
Prevent council, this equipment rental amendment policy was already discussed at the agricultural service board meeting. You all were part of that meeting, and Mr. Eleniak is requesting council adopt this policy. New policy with page 126 and 127.
Okay, you guys were a part of the Ag Service Board meeting when these were brought forward. All it is just the rental agreements, some discrepancies that were found in our rental agreement before. So they're just being cleaned up. If you guys want to make the motion, somebody make the motion, then we can discuss. If there's any questions or concerns, we can bring them forward and go from there.
Make the motion, Lamont County Council approve the equipment rental at 6092.26 amended as presented.
All right, if there's questions or concerns?
No.
No. Everybody's okay? All right, all in favor?
Yep.
Carried. Okay. All right, so we have a couple of motions there that we have to make.
Yes, this report is another 3 policies from the agricultural service board departments that have been discussed at the agricultural service board meeting on June 10th and are here for you too.
Okay. First one is our weed inspection policy 606026. All we're doing is bringing it back to make sure that
Up to date.
it is compliant. Yes, up to date. Somebody want to make the motion for the weed inspection, please?
Yeah, I move that Lamont County Council approve weed inspection policy 6060.26.
All right, questions or concerns? All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. The next one is the roadside grass mowing program. We discussed.
I can do that one. Lamont County Council approved the roadside grass mowing program policy 6066.26.
All right, any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. And the last one is municipal land lease.
Yeah, Lamont County Council approved municipal land lease policy 7000.26.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Yep.
Yeah, totally in favor, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so at this time, we want to move into a committee of a whole.
Lamont County Council moved the June 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting into the committee of the whole at 10:49 AM.
All right, all in favor? Carried. So, committee of a whole, the community power or halls and transportation grant application review.
I think therefore we would like to go into closed session as we discusses the details of the grant.
Okay, and I think it's just because of the naming of the communities, I mean, from the hall, and everybody getting involved, so.
And
And they're asked, yeah, so it's just, the only reason why we're going to closed session is because we use the names of the actual halls and the community. Or the transportation, so. Somebody want to move us into closed session, please?
Sure. Lamont County Council moved the June 23rd, 2026 committee of the whole meeting into a closed meeting at 10:52 AM to discuss the following items. 10.1 community halls and transportation grant plan application review, ATIA section 19-29.
Thank you, gentlemen. All in favor, please, yeah, take care, buddy. That's it.
Recording stopped.
Everybody, welcome back to the regular June 23rd meeting. We have a motion to,
Do you want to make that one or do you want to wait? To be make that?
I think we can make it because
Yeah.
Sarah has
Yeah.
the
That's
discussion.
information, yeah.
All right, somebody interested in making that motion, please.
The Lamont County Committee of the Whole direct administration to prepare the community halls and transportation grants as discussed in close meeting.
Perfect. All right. All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. All right. So now we need to take this out of committee of the whole and return to regular council meeting.
How do we camera rate?
I believe, the next item is also in the committee of the whole. Is it not? Yes.
Other camera.
That's changes in the municipal government act.
Oh, it is.
We went out of camera law and then.
Oh, okay, sorry, my apologies.
Sorry.
We're accountable. Yeah, no, it's not out of committee. Sorry.
Just gonna do up with the door again.
Right, 9.2 changes to the Municipal Government Act, Bill 28.
The committee of the whole, I have some changes from the municipal government act, bill 28 received sent on May 14th. And with this royal assent, the new municipal government act will be prepared and will be online shortly with these changes, which are important for us to. First of all, the council accountability framework, which was already mentioned in the current version of the Municipal Government Act, is now extended and has more explanations. With Bill 28, the minister created a councilor accountability framework with new rules and processes for submitting complaints, conducting investigations, and appeals. We used to have the code of conduct for councillors. This has been repealed. We've done that in council. And now only councillors are eligible to file a complaint related to unacceptable council behavior, including misuse of municipal assets and services, confidentiality of information, and rules regarding irregular or threatening behavior and improper use of influence. More details on how to implement the accountability framework will follow. So the getting from here, what has changed that only councillors can file complaint against other things. The next change is the municipal transparency. Starting on or before June 30, 2025, municipalities must publish on their website a list of employees whose total compensation, benefits, and severance is greater than the threshold, that's the provincial threshold, of currently 130,000. It might be increased by next year. We will wait for that. Specifying the employee's name, position, and or appointment, compensation amount, total value of non-monetary benefits, and severance. We can see that already on the provincial website. They have their the amounts already posted on the website. Now this also applies to municipalities. Additional amendments provide how the CAO responds to councillor requests for information, as well as when and how that information, and sorry, there's a K in the information, that should be there. The information is to be shared with the rest of council. So here, we recommend that council reviews the CAO bylaw to include amendments to natural persons power and define reporting requirements of substantial information requests. I just have an example a substantial information request. If you want to look into an item, you have a certain report that you're following up on, and you request, for example, all bylaws way back until 1944 or something. Then this would be a substantial information request. We probably couldn't give you the answer the following day, so we would have to research and get the bylaws out and everything like that. So that would possibly be a substantial information request. So where we have to research a lot of documents. And we go further into detail with administrative accountability, that also goes into the natural person's power of a municipality. The act now requires the CAO to notify council in writing each time natural person powers are used. Notice is not required if natural person power is used for a matter already approved by bylaw or resolution of council, a personal matter, a routine operational matter, an emergency response, or when seeking a legal opinion on behalf of the municipality. So just for everybody to recap, natural person powers are powers that a municipality has that normally only persons have, like opening an account, the signing of contract, those kind of powers. Another new addition to the Municipal Government Act is the police costs on tax notices. Urban municipalities, 5,000 or under the amount of residents. Rural municipalities and specialized municipalities with RCMP services under the Provincial Police Service Agreement may display non-policing costs on property tax notices as a separate line item. I think we had this discussion last year around the tax notices.
Yes.
And I think that is an appreciated change to our tax notices, because our residents want to know how much we actually paying, or they are paying on the tax notices for policing costs. So our tax notice for this year are already out. And also were mailed before the royal assent of Bill 28. We will have that on, most likely on our tax notices next year. Automatic permitting processes and timeline reporting, that is something that not so much affects us here because we're smaller municipality. But I found it important to inform you about this. Further amendments give municipalities authority to use automated and digital tools to review and process development, application, and permits. However, these tools are very expensive, and municipalities over 15,000 residents are required to report development applications and permit statistics for the previous calendar year, starting in 2027. If anybody wants to look that up, the newest version of the Municipal Government Act is not available online yet because it is just being redone and reprinted, and it will be coming up soon.
All right. I have a question. When you started that upgrade at the top, you said June 30th, 2025.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is correction 2027, of course. Sorry, that was my error. I'm going backwards. In the future, we want to post the salaries starting next year. Thanks for correcting me. And if you want to read up on more details on this, there is attached to this report are the information sheets that the Alberta government brought out, published for us to read up on.
This is dry read last night.
Fascinating.
It was there.
Last night, it was falling asleep.
All right, if there's any questions or concerns, if not, we'll take that as information.
Yeah, I can do that. Lamont County Committee of the Whole accept the report on changes to the MGA Bill 28 as information.
All right, any questions or concerns? All in favor? Yeah. Carried.
Thank you,
With that,
council.
we will return to our regular council
Yes.
meeting. They make a motion on the Lamont County Council, or the Lamont County Committee of the Whole return to the June 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting at 11:20 a.m. All in favor? Carried. Director's reports.
The council, as we have discussed in the last meeting, you suggested you would like to see more updates from the directors, because we traditionally had the tri-annual reports from directors. I have summarized and the directors of each department gave input to our new template of monthly director reports. And if you like this, we can bring this forward once a month to see the monthly updates, what we have done in individual departments. So I'm sure you have read through it. If you have any questions regarding anything in the report, or if we don't like it, please let me know.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really sums it up for that time period. I'm really quite happy with that.
I think additionally, I want to mention that Councilor Annika requested some information on the records management software, on M files, on the digital records. Last year, in the last meeting, and I've just brought up a little of how this on page 2 of the report, how new digital records management system looks like, and that we have, or especially Ms. Mill has entered 13,195 records into it, so we are actively working on it. And we have 37 users already in the county that are using the program and entering their digital records into it. If you have any questions regarding other departments, directors are here to answer any questions you may have.
So you did, for a record, is gonna be working on the 172?
Yes, they are still getting delayed due to weather. Their current site on, they're replacing that bridge on Highway 834 just south of Highway 16. They've been delayed about a month. From there, they need to mobilize to the site they did for us last year and finish that and get started on the new site at the same time.
I see your shoulder pulling 164 again.
We started, and then the rain started, so we haven't been on site in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. We were hoping it last week, and then it was raining every night.
It's probably best you get.
Yeah, as we go, we need at least a 48-hour window to get it open, start drying it out. We're gonna each section packed. So the weather is hampering a lot of our activities this year.
Yeah.
A lot of MVCs and they're in there, Mr. Moore.
Yeah, that's just my attendance, that's not
Yeah.
the cruise.
Question for Darby on 574, did you take a look at that road? East of, no, west of 170.
I'm not sure if anyone's been on there the last week. I know we did have the operator go take a look at it a couple weeks ago. The operating some efficiency. We've started our gravel program, we've completed a lot of division 5, working into division 3. And we've been doing patching throughout the county at the same time. If it is shy gravel, we will be doing some patch gravel there. So once the most dry is getting patch gravel where we've had localized flooding the last couple of days. And then we try to get back to our programming and patching with greater operators if we have issues.
You have any, I see we have 23 new development permits. Anybody have any issues or have you had any concerns with inspections and everything going on?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had one, where I received a complaint last week for the, site adjacent to Western Asphalt, where there is some demolition going on, and I reached out to the landowner and let them know that they need to handle the situation ASAP.
They got that. More than a third down.
Yeah.
Oh, they that down.
Yeah. Rebuilding.
We got the shooters. So we went on that board and then I sent T-Cat to go check out Scarrow Lake. It's getting really high and he's up holding it up on 580. He was gonna fly the drone, you know, he flew it there to see what's in the book.
I know he was out with the drone looking at a lot of sites. I can follow.
Yeah, from Scarrow Lake, it goes to Pennell, it goes to that one bush border and once some stop in water in there. Scarrow Lake really went up again here.
Yeah, he had the drone out, last week and he's got the drone out today.
Yeah, I don't know what I could, there's water everywhere there now, but the lake really got high and still over its banks, so. There's something in that one quarter land.
Yeah, something with the water.
Why everybody is, yeah,
It's countywide.
well, they probably yelling at me and I showed her what I was doing, I was vacuuming water in my basement, so. Yeah.
Your opinion on the water line to Andrew, is it getting close to nearing the end of its life or?
So-
area issues?
So 2 years ago, we had a leak, with pinhole on where two sections were fused together. We put a repair plan on at that time. The repair we did this year, was the same location and it completely blew apart, blew the repair plan off. So we ended up having to cut out a section and, using a more proper repair there. We haven't seen any other locations. I was expecting it to be another location, but it was the same location. Not sure why that one fuse section quite a bit built. I suspect it's because that, you know, that whole area is gravel. If we start to see more leaks, then maybe it's hard to consider. Basically, that line is
45 or 50-year lifespan.
it's a medium wall, polypipe. It should have a 50 or to plus lifespan, but. I've said to council before, if we're at the point where we need to replace it, it may be cheaper to extend from St. Michael, it's a shorter distance, we have large capacity. And we have large pumps that can pump the water, and also saves us from having to add so much water. St. Michael, we're getting more water, we get fresh water.
I think St. Michael is 27 bucks and the other way is 48.
Yeah.
But maybe, you think guys should start working on government with us in the town and see if there's a grant.
There's still enough water for life grant available. We do need at least 2 municipalities to apply, so it would be the great one would apply with the town of Andrew. The village of Andrew, sorry. It's one of those where we need to define the cost ahead of time. It would be multi-year grant agreement because we need to get the right of way. We could put it within the low laws like we did with the Mark St. Michael. There are sections there where we may be able to cross country like the hill here because it shortens it up. Instead of you jumping around.
Maybe they'll let them on the road, we have to say, like they did on, Long House when they either call it to a set man.
I can't see why not. There's so much in there already. I can't see them.
Cause I think the rail is more of a straight line than,
It is, it's.
That puts you right there.
yeah, so what do we gotta do to get together with the village of Andrew and us and start applying for grants and stuff?
I would say, we would start having a conversation, with the village, identify any grants that are available. With the water life grant, there is a, applicant. Portion that's stable, it's not 100% covered. It's similar to what it was before. I don't think there's gonna be major changes to that program. I think we'd be on the hook, as the applicant with the village for, I think, 10%. But it does cover distribution systems. Or transmission systems, not distribution, so that would be a transmission system.
Maybe we should start election year next year, maybe we'll get a grant and. Then we'll put that other problem to rest.
Yeah.
How deep is the line from Andrew to?
Where we exposed it, by Andrew, it was around 10 feet deep.
That'd be okay.
There's some places where it's probably deeper on other places. We don't have great asphalts for it. We've got design drawings, but not actual asphalts, so some of the elevations could change.
Okay.
Maybe we should get on that though with the town of, town of Andrew.
All right, any other questions for any of the directors? No. Okay. I know we had some chatter on the Facebook that there was no road mowing and everything else. That was commenced on the 11th of June, and there's 3 tractors that run all day. There is that being taken care of, so.
Mr. Eleniak apologized, he had another meeting at
Yes.
this point, so he couldn't be attending.
And we did have an update there that they're gonna be they're applying, or they're putting in for the first calls to do the signage, the new signs. So ESP is working on that. So, yeah, we are. Any other questions? If not, we can the motion and take as information.
Washington County Council accept the monthly director's report for June 23rd, 2026 as information.
All right, any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Okay. Thank you guys for your reports. All right, committee reports, number 11. We'll start over Mr. Noctis side.
We had a Beaver Hill Volunteer Reserve meeting. It's their last meeting before the summer break. We're still looking for 1, possibly 2 new board members. We were someone who's younger, maybe industry. Review summary was very positive, but it needed that for us. It's gonna be discussed on the Scott Gorman. Sometimes Denver. Site visit on the 17th. Few minor concerns in the facilities, trees that have to be removed, some big trees.
Actually, I think summed it all up there. It's just kind of minor stuff that really had to be done. It just needed to be done.
You met that? You met Linda?
Yeah.
She's good, because she's before the meeting, she always had lots of information, if there's good or bad, right? She said she met you there. In delivery ranks.
Yeah, no, it was good. Honestly, it's a good tour.
Anyway, that's it. I'd like to move my reports on the Beaver Hills Biosphere and the Lamont Housing Foundation as information.
Right, questions or concerns? All in favor? Yep. Carried. All right, Mr. Gans.
Yeah, honestly, that's all I have is the housing foundation this last time, so I think that's all wrapped up there. Just get some of the little stuff done, keep moving forward, so. Lamont County Council accept Councillor John Huguenas's report on the Lamont County Housing Foundation as information.
Great, any questions, concerns? All in favor? Carried. Councillor Thorold.
June 17th, we had the Lamont Rural Health Rehab on there. We have a new chairperson, Bill Skinner has retired. The new chairperson is Lynn Huxley from the town of Lamont and stuff on there, and Gerald Turowski is the vice chairperson on that board, and that they are having barbecue supporting the Lamont Healthcare Barbecue on this weekend, June 25th at the hospital. They've talked to the town of Lamont. They've had a representative at the town of Bruderheim, I should say, to accept him into the Lamont Rural Association. And there was pretty good response with them. And that's pretty well it. Our next meeting is September 1st for the Lamont there. Yesterday, I was on a Zoom meeting, June 22nd with the rural RMA on the Advisory Council of Healthcare. And they talked about the rehabs and stuff. They talked to different areas on the hospitals, trying to keep staff in different areas. Hospitals in Bonnyville and Smoky Lake that are closing your emergencies on weekends. They don't have enough doctors and stuff on there, so. It was a 1 hour discussion back and forth is what it was on there on the 22nd. That's all I have. Lamont County Council accept Councilor Gerald Turowski's report on Lamont Rural Health and Rural RMA Advisory Health Zoom meeting as information.
Would you like to say Zoom meeting or webinar?
Pardon?
Would you like to say Zoom meeting or webinar?
Can't hear you.
Sorry,
Zoom meeting or webinar?
Webinar, I guess it was.
thank you.
Perfect. Any questions for Joe? All in favor? Carried. All right, so for myself, I think the last one I had the John S. Patouk meeting, is rates we knew the rates were dropped. We had a delegation here today to ask for some assistance with some counting. They're bringing it forward to a couple of the municipalities to see which ones would be able to help them out. That's the time for it. They're still in some litigation meetings to discuss water line costs and repairs. From then on, I went to Kananaskis for 3 days to the Petrochemical Summit. Very informative. Lots of interest in Lamont County. I will say that our economic development officer is very, very on. He has a lot of contacts and is very well known in the area and in the world. So I commend him for the work he does and from it, we have a couple of meetings with some very large proponents that would be interested in developing in the area. I think he's setting up maybe a couple of tours and stuff, some luncheons, meet with them. And the Alberta Industrial Heartland would be part of some of those meetings. So all in all, there was representatives from every large industry that was in the Heartland and in different parts of the world that are looking to build in this area. It was a very, very informative. This was my first one, and it is a lot to take in. There's a whole lot of information. And the networking part of it was second to none. We met people from every industry that has stakeholder or stake in the heartland and in Lamont County itself, so. With industry changing, everybody says industry is and legislation changing, there will be a lot more leniency for these people to start getting in and getting developed and getting the permits going, so it's a great step forward, so step in the right direction for Lamont County, so. That was the only two that I've had for the last little while, so. I'll make a motion that the Lamont County Council accept Reeve Aaronwick's report on the John F. Teague Water Commission and the Petrochemical Summit as information. All in favor? Yeah. Carried.
All I got is, coffee talks we had in my division there. Thanks you guys for all coming. For the support, it went really well, had pretty good turnout. Other than that, that's all we got in the last 2 weeks. Lots of phone calls with, water problems, which everybody, if I said, if you don't have water in your basement, you never looked, it's just what everybody got.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I looked last night.
Yeah, they say they don't have the water in the basement, they haven't looked, because there is, yeah. That's all my report for now. Lamont County Council, except Councilor Deputy Reed, latest report on coffee talks as information.
All right, all in favor?
Yep.
Carried. Yeah, I was just gonna say that tomorrow from 3 to 4:30 is the elected official part of Smoky Lake, and also tomorrow is the Alberta Industrial, or the Alberta Hub AGM in St. Paul. From
6 to 8.
6 till 8, yeah, so you guys could attend, that would be in support of the Highway 28.
Yeah.
And that's from 3:30 till, or 3 to 4:30 in Smoky Lake, and then from there, it's to go to St. Paul right after that.
Oh,
Yeah, they're two separate meetings. One is,
I thought the thing said from 4 till 8.
no, this one here is, so did I say 3:30 to 4:30 or 3 to 4:30? Sorry. Yeah, 4 till 8.
Yeah, there you go, okay.
And the hub is from 5:30, supper's at 6, and that's the AGM. So there's the two events.
Anybody going to St. Paul?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other one, Smoky Lake, yeah, I'm gonna hit them both. So the Smoky Lake one, if, I don't know, I gotta look it up a little bit different here, but that invitation.
Cause I thought it was 4 till 8.
Hang on.
I can clarify, I'll email you.
Yeah, just double check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 till 8, sorry.
Yeah.
I know that they had a thing for elected officials, be there from 3 to 4:30. Yeah, here.
Yeah, it was
In advance, they want to talk with the economic corridors and engineering. Petra Tech will be available from 3 till 4:30. To review the information boards with you and other elected officials to answer any questions you may have. So, and that's the nego.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, right after that is Alberta Hub AGM. Yeah, so it could be a quick trip from St. Michael, from Smoky Lake to St. Paul.
Well, you're gonna drive 28?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no quick driving on
Lucky
28, yeah.
Sorry, may I ask if someone is going to the Alberta Hub meeting? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm going.
You're going?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I gotta go to the one in Smoky Lake.
I think Shane is going to Alberta Hub.
Yes, yes, you wanted to know.
Yeah.
I got a Vermilion water core meeting in Strathcona in the morning, 10 till 2, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah.
See if I can make Smoky Lake.
Cheaper fuel than Smoky Lake. It's cheaper fuel than top off there.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on. Court funds for action. Wow. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we just have one additional performance item to get for information later. We received this sponsorship request from the Voice of Albertans with Disabilities. I believe they have assisted our community services with service. And we believe it's a very, very good service for our residents and affected persons. So they have written up a sponsorship application form and asking council for a sponsorship donation.
Okay. Didn't see any monetary or what they were.
Yeah, they didn't mention an amount.
No.
Yeah, they didn't, it doesn't say how much they want.
I have emailed them, but I haven't received an answer.
So I wonder if we can table this one till the next meeting just to see what they're looking for monetary.
Yeah, because it's a sponsorship applications are usually what council gets between $200 and $500.
Okay.
I don't think we had a sponsor request from them before. So this is the first one.
Yeah, I've never heard of this one coming forward, so. Would you guys entertain a number of 250 to 500?
You know, 250 is what I was thinking,
Okay.
you know. That's where I was kind of thinking when I looked through it the first time. They didn't really say, so.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so if somebody wants to make a motion, then we donate $250 sponsorship.
Sure, I can do that. Lamont County Council Direct Administration to sponsor $250 to Voice of Albertans with Disability Society.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Thank you, council.
All right, correspondence for information.
The first correspondence for information is a letter from Municipal Affairs stating that the amounts for the local government fiscal framework, the LGFF, allocation from Lamont County, as you can see.
County is eligible for $1.45 million.
Yeah.
For 2 graders.
Or to be honest, greater than a half, yeah, greater than a half, yeah. All right,
Remember that this is always stated in our financial statements, we have its funds where the grant goes to, so.
okay, next one, moving on to Black Ribbon Day. We've got an invitation from the Honorable Jackie from Armagnac to attend the Black Ribbon Day.
Yes, they are asking for an RSVP.
Yeah.
Please let me know if you would like to attend.
And it is in Edmonton, just so you know. At the legislative grounds. So if you guys are excited, you can let her know or let Miss Benoit know that you'd be interested in going.
Yeah.
And we can get you guys there. The next one is an update from the Solid Waste Commission.
Yeah. The updated requisition.
The updated requisition. The updated for Lamont County is $310,938.30.
Too late, they applied too late, so I gotta wait next year.
Yeah. Yeah. So Okay, so you know, that's what we're training out. for Garbage.
Did they know that in advance for the taxes?
Nope, we just received that.
Yeah,
Unless you're supposed to have
June
this stuff in April,
Yeah, we received that on June 8th,
so
so
yeah, you can get that manager to have it earlier next year.
I think that's the plan. Was a little behind the ball this year.
right, the Northern Lights Library System, this is some levy information. You can see on there that $5.63 per capita for the municipality. Cause we have a library board.
Yeah.
So total is $21,951.37 is what the county's portion of the levy is. So,
That usually falls into our budget discussions.
yeah, cause that one comes out in December, they send us that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already ahead of the game.
Yes, guys. Yeah, so. And the next two are entries, for Bruderheim and Chipman, they're both the same day.
Yeah, I think we're doing closing, right?
Yeah, I'm doing Chipman.
Yeah, I've been shipping.
Given that this one year is always done in October down there having, so are they switching from October to July?
The Deutschland days, in October, I think it's on the 17th of October, if I remember correctly.
Sounds pretty
And
chilly.
Yeah.
we'll probably get an invitation for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're going at Chipman's, so.
Yeah.
Well, we've been booked to Kitman for July 1st for years.
Yeah. This one here, the parade starts at 10 in Bruderheim, and the other one starts at 3 in Chipman, so.
And when was the Lamont parade?
July 1st, July 12th.
Okay. Yeah, right before we go to work.
So I think those have already been filled out. Carmen, I think they've already filled out.
Yes.
So,
I believe.
and then we have one more correspondence, that was the Beaver Hill Biosphere Bulletin.
Just to clarify, nobody's going to Bruderheim?
I don't think we're gonna have the full, we told them we do it in October, but now we said last meeting.
Okay.
That we do the October parade in Bruderheim.
Yeah, because we'll have to float Chipman.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. You can't go that fast with it down the road and.
No.
Yeah, we'll be having decorations all the way from.
But when they asked in town, I told them that we're committed to Chipman, because they're July 1st and then in October, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch it on the way.
Okay, and then we just have the second other one from the Beaver Hill Biosphere update, it's just a bulletin to show. Keeping more new members to join the board of directors. I didn't see on here, well, this one I just got, so. The next meeting dates are, Mr. Naka is on the, he's our board committee member for this.
Start in September again.
With that, can I have somebody make a motion to accept all correspondence as information, please? All in favor? Yeah. Carried. So you guys have your calendars available now, we'll go over it quick. We're at the, yeah, it even says right on here that we're at the. And that's it, I think that's Chipman. And then the mixer that we're talking was Fort Saskatchewan Mixer on the 15th, you guys aren't here.
No.
I will attend it. And I think there is another one that is at the Fort View Golf Course.
Yeah, I've received
That was
that.
Chamber Farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't mean the tournament, right?
no, this is just, it's just the
Oh,
chamber mixer, they have two of them. The other mayors of our adjacent municipalities requested that myself or a couple of us represent, but.
Yeah.
And there's not really too much in July at all for, if anything, we may, if it arises, we may have to call a special meeting for, if there's something that arises. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Do we want to do a,
And you have a closed session.
we have a closed session, but we still wanted to bring back. You
Yeah,
have information available? Okay, so we will go back to. What is that?
Would you like
I
to
think
get
you
a
probably
closed session?
supposed to do
Uh,
this.
that'll be back in. Yeah. Okay, so that one is the water or the culvert tender. What number was that?
Is the drainage tender. From
8.4.
4.
Okay, we'll go back. Well, because we're dealing with names of proponents, we have to go into closed session just so we don't divulge any information that we're not supposed to under our NDAs.
That would be a third party. Action 19 or 99.
Okay, so we want to make the motion to go back to the 19 and 29, you got the.
Sure, Lamont County Council moved the June 23rd, 2026 regular council meeting into a closed meeting at 11:56 to discuss the following items and update. That's not good.
That's a scheduled closed session item.
Yeah.
But now we have an addition and that would be third party. Drainage and
Third party drainage tender.
we can take it. Drainage tender. The sections. Patio. Workshop. 19.
ATIA section 19 and 29.
And then we have a second item.
Oh, and update on the Reeves Golf Tournament, ATIA section 29.
Yes.
There we go.
All right, any questions, concerns? None, all in favor? Yeah. Carried.
Council. What is? Video.
in progress.
Welcome back, everybody, to the June regular council meeting, June 23rd. We came out of closed session. Councilor Gannett's brought us out. We have a couple of motions to make. If somebody wants to make them first motion, please.
That Lamont County Council approved drainage tender be awarded to component B, 6 sites, and component C for 2 sites.
Can I have 4 before the speaker?
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have one other one to take the golf information. Make that motion, please.
Lamont County Council accept the update on the Reed's Golf Tournament as information.
All right, any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Yes. Carried. And that, I will adjourn the meeting at 12:18 PM.
Recording stopped.